Hi, just thought I'd make that here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out. Tonight I am doing a video on what I refer to as emotional thinking. I'm sure there's some scientific term, for this, but often enough I'll see emotional thinking. So one of the strange characteristics, traits of narcissists is that they literally do not think logically, they think emotionally. And so one example of this is kind of the black and white thinking that they do, say, towards people. And so if someone is in their life and they like them, they'll think, oh, this is a good person, and just kind of paint them in their mind as 100% good. But say the same person cancels plans at the last minute or doesn't invite them to a birthday party, or just something that kind of hurts the ego of the narcissist. At that time, the narcissist will feel some emotional pain and then change their view of that person as such, to say, okay, this person hurt me, therefore they're bad, therefore they're all bad, and just put them in the bad category. And it's a very, very immature way of approaching the world and thinking. Where things and one of the areas I wanted to go with this tonight is that one of the areas where things get really interesting for me that I've read about narcissists is how they process the past. And so you might have a situation, say with a relationship, marriage, whatever, where they would be with someone for, say, I'll just make stuff up. So they're with someone for 2 years. Things are great and really working well, but their partner gets a job offer in another state, and it's their dream job. And so their partner says, you know what, I've really enjoyed our relationship, but this is like, a lifelong dream for me, and I'm going to move away. And so I think it's best if we end the relationship, just so we can make a clean break and start our, new lives apart, because I'm just, literally going to be in another state. And maybe, the narcissist doesn't like that. Maybe it caught the narcissist completely off guard, and they're feeling hurt, pain, which quickly turns to resentment, which quickly turns to anger, frustration, turns to dislike, and probably towards hatred. And very much just very, very angry at this, their former partner. So the partner's gone off to like another state, and the narcissist is left with this situation. Now remember, like, up until then, like, they've had 2 years, narcissists are narcissists, but basically, the 2 years were good. Maybe they were, they managed to balance their lives together, their lives apart, their interests and stuff. So for the 2 years, it worked out well, really well. And so previously, that was a very good memory. Lots of good times, lots of special moments in there. But now that the partner has moved to another state, and the narcissist is feeling emotional pain and immediately interpreting that emotional pain as being hurt by the partner, where it's like, it's not like, oh, this is happening to me as a response to what happened. The narcissist is immediately thinking, no, the partner is doing this to me, and then it seems to just completely color the way the narcissist views, processes, remembers the past. And so those 2 years of bliss and fun and the loving relationship suddenly becomes dark and bad. And again, it's this thing where the narcissist, because of their emotions, is literally taking things that happened in the past and just changing them to fit their emotions. And so now that the narcissist is like, okay, I hate my ex-partner, they're a horrible person, they attacked me emotionally and did this, and because of that, everything that they've done in the past was a lie, and maybe literally start fabricating false memories to kind of make sense of those 2 years. And I know, again, like with my covert ex narcissist, the infamous one, that she was married for 7 years, and she rarely just mentioned that period of time at all, but that's another video. But when she did, she would always say he was abusive, or I suffered abuse, or there was it was an abusive relationship, and always paint it that way. And because of another issue, I had to reach out to him briefly to ask him some questions. And he described their marriage, and it just sounds like the marriage was just boring and dead. I mean, it made sense why they got divorced, but I never got the impression of anything even remotely sounding like abuse or anything. Just, honestly, it just sounded for like 7 years nothing happened, and it was just kind of a pointless marriage. But my point is that again, that the narcissist in her mind is like, okay, my husband filed divorce, therefore he's attacking me, I'm hurt, but I can't just feel pain, it has to come from somewhere, so it's coming from him, I hate him, therefore the past 7 years were horrible and abusive. And I get the impression that this type of rewriting the past based upon their current emotional state is very, very common. And again, that's where it kind of goes to what's called emotional thinking, where the narcissist will take their current emotional state, how they feel towards a person, and rewrite all the memories and all the experiences that they had with that person to make them dark. And again, like you can kind of, it certainly doesn't excuse it, but it's another way to understand why the narcissist is so cuckoo crazy post-relationship when they start the smear campaign. It's not just simply, oh, I'm going to get back at them. It is this drive to, again, solidify the way they've written things in their mind of, oh, my ex-partner is evil, they're bad, and any pain that I'm feeling is inflicted on me by them. It's not just something incidental, and that I need to let people know how awful, bad, and evil my partner is. And so and it's one of those things where, like, I really wish that there was more out there kind of analyzing, studying, explaining the emotional thinking part of narcissism, because I think it is a much, much larger part of what motivates and drives the narcissist, but also explains some of the incredibly bizarre behavior that you see in the narcissist. And again, this whole thing that narcissists tend to do of just completely rewriting the past, to the point where, if need be, if there's not enough things that they can twist upside down to make bad, they will fabricate things and just fabricate incidences that just never happened into the past, so that they can tell themselves, oh, I'm a good person, my partner is a bad person, but also move forward, into the future, knowing that they're getting away from this bad, incident and bad experience in their past, and also like kind of perpetuate the smear campaign and tell people that they meet the sob stories about how they left their abusive husband or their abusive ex, and just twist things upside down, but also just fabricate just complete lies. So yeah, I again, like I wish there was more on the subject of emotional thinking, with narcissists. Hopefully this video's been helpful. Thanks.